welcome to my channel. So today I'm bringing you a brand new video, and this video is actually going to be a get to know me video. So I hope you enjoy, and these are just a couple of like random facts about me, and let's just go ahead and get into it. So starting off, the first fact, but this is kind of like a start off question, like why I started my YouTube channel. And well, I started my YouTube channel to be creative and just open a whole new window for me to explore and, like I said, create content and just everything about YouTube I really enjoy doing. I love planning out my videos, I love recording my videos, and editing is like the most fun thing I could ever do. Just adding like those little touches. I really enjoy creating YouTube videos. Do I go to school? And I do go to school. I'm actually about to finish my associates here in the next few semesters, and I plan to move schools and get my bachelor's, and I'm actually going for interior design. I have a passion for interior design. I fell in love with it whenever I first had a couple of courses in the college that I go to, and from then on I was like, I am for sure I want to become an interior designer, and that is what I'm going to school for. Question number 3, a fear of would be frogs. I don't know what it is about frogs, but every time it's like about to be spring, summer, they like to come out and they just enjoy to sit by my door whenever I get out of the house, and I really don't like them. I don't know why I'm afraid of them. I guess because they're like slimy and like scary looking, and every time I'm trying to walk out my door or coming in to my house late or going to walk my dogs, like I always fear them and they're always following me, and that's just one of my fears. Question number 4 would be favorite food, and I actually don't have a specific favorite food. I am a foodie. I love eating. I have a huge sweet tooth, and anything that's sweet, any like pastries, anything like baked, like sweet, I truly enjoy. The next question would be, do I speak any languages? And I actually do. I do speak Spanish. I was actually born in Guatemala, and that, if you don't know, is in Central America. It's right beneath Mexico. And so I was born there and I was raised there for just a little bit of my life, and then I came here to Texas. But I do know Spanish. I am fluent in Spanish and I love to speak it. We have this rule, my dad, whenever we moved here, he had this rule towards you always had to speak Spanish at home no matter what. Like English was like outside of the house, but Spanish was always like, you would always have to speak Spanish here. And there's some words that I truly don't, I have a hard time saying and stuff like that, but other than that, yes, I do know another language. Do I want to learn any other language? And I actually do. I have a couple of languages that I actually want to learn. My first one would be Portuguese, and I've tried learning Portuguese for a little bit. I know a couple of words in Portuguese, and I think it's very simple because it does have to do a lot with Spanish. So hopefully this summer I can go ahead and try to learn a little bit more Portuguese. My favorite color. Okay, so I have a couple of favorite colors. I like teal blue, and I think it's called lilac, like a really soft purple. Those would be my favorite colors. Where would I like to travel? And I would actually love to travel to a tropical place, anything tropical. My number 1 hobby would be making YouTube videos. Another hobby that I like to do is DIYs, and that goes hand in hand with YouTube. My favorite makeup brand. I honestly have a lot of makeup brands, but I would say my favorite of all time is Benefit. I don't know what it is about Benefit Cosmetics, but I really like their packaging. Another company would have to be, what's it called? It would be The Balm, and I have this little tiny highlighter that I've been having for a little while, and I've been trying to buy the bigger version, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to use this one up first before I go ahead and buy the real version. But yeah, those are like 2 of my favorite makeup brands at the moment. My favorite flower, I don't really have a favorite flower. I don't have a specific one. I like tulips because my mom likes tulips. Any colorful flower in general would be my favorite. My favorite drink, I would say I would have 2. I love coffee, just like everybody likes coffee. I think coffee would be one of my top favorites. But also I like the Arnold Palmer. It's basically just lemonade and sweet tea mixed together. And I don't know what it is about the flavor, but that is seriously my ultimate favorite drink would be the Arnold Palmer. Do I have any pets? And I actually do. I myself have 2 dogs and a miniature pig, but in my household we have my dad has a dog and my little brother has a dog. So in total we have 5 pets. Do I have any bad habits? Oh yes, I do. My number one bad habit would be biting my nails. My favorite animal, I have a couple. I would say my top favorite would be a dolphin. I think dolphins are very cool and intelligent animals. My second one would be a horse. I really like horses. And of course, dogs would be my other favorite animal. Relationship status. Okay, I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for the 5 years and 6 months. We actually got together when we were both sophomores in high school, and we've been together for a little while. But yes, that's him and I, and I'm pretty sure if you see any of my other videos, I do have a video with him. It's called the boyfriend tag, and he just comes out in some of my videos. So if you want to go ahead and check them down below, go ahead and do so. My pet peeve. Oh gosh, I have a lot of pet peeves. I don't know which one I would tell you right now. Oh, I don't like when people like crack their necks, like ow, and like, or crack their like wrist or ankles or anything. Like that is my biggest pet peeve. I just don't like the sound of like cracking bones. A way to win my heart. A way to win my heart. I would say food. I would say food, mostly food. I just, like I said, I enjoy eating food, and if you want to win my heart, just give me food. A quote I try to live by. A quote I recently found this one when I was making my thumbnail, because I use this website called Canva, I think it's called. And so every time you're uploading your thumbnail, or you're like retrieving your thumbnail, they give you a quote there when it's loading. And so that quote really caught my eye, and I have a picture of it. This really doesn't classify as a quote I would try to live by. It's a quote that has become recently like my favorite quote. So this is by Einstein, Albert Einstein, and he said, "Creativity is intelligence having fun." Because sometimes I feel like in society you think of someone being intelligent as someone being like book smart. But then whenever I read this, I was like, okay, creativity is intelligence having fun. That means that everybody in this world is intelligent no matter what. And that quote, like, seriously just caught my eye. And it's not a quote to live by, but it's just a quote to think about. Another quote I like to live by would be, so this quote says, "In the end, we only regret chances we didn't take." And I think that is a good quote to live by, because in the end, we will only regret the chances we didn't take. A thing I'm excited for. There is a bunch of things I'm excited for, but I think right now what I'm really excited for would be me eventually graduating here in the near future. I just see it closer and closer each day. A place I plan on living, I would love to move to either Australia or like Italy or stuff like that, just somewhere in Europe or something where the culture is completely different. My future goals, opening my own interior design business. That's been my goal for a while now, and I think it's doable. It's a doable goal that eventually will come with time. So that is one of my goals, to open my own interior design firm. Favorite holiday. My favorite holiday would have to be, because I can't have a specific one, would be starting from Thanksgiving going all the way to New Year's. Nicknames. Do I have any nicknames? I honestly don't like nicknames, even though I do have nicknames. I just like to be called Jacqueline, but my mom does call me Jackie. My friends call me Jackie. Some of them call me Jack. And yeah, I just, back in the day, when I was in middle school and in high school, everybody knew me as Jackie. But then I just never really liked it, but those would be some of my nicknames. My favorite TV show. Honestly, love watching shows. I love watching TV. I'm huge on just like Netflix and, you know, stuff like that. But I want to say my ultimate favorite show would have to be Heartland. And Heartland is a Canadian show. When I was in 5th grade, they had a whole book fair, and so they had this pool filled with just free books. And I remember I took one home, and I was just like, okay, like I got a free book. But when I started reading it, it's a book that turned into a show. So whenever I started reading the book, and just, gosh, I've never cried so hard in my life because of what happens in the book. And it's just, like I said, a family-friendly book, and it talks about Amy and her life and just everything she goes through and how she's grown. And I'm telling you, I recommend it. You should watch it if you like horses and stuff like that. meaning behind my YouTube name. Basically, I told you I'm going to school to become an interior designer, and that is where Jackeline Design came from, and that's the meaning behind my YouTube name. My favorite book. Okay, so like I mentioned, Heartland was a book that was turned into a show. That would be one of my favorites, but I think my ultimate favorite right now, till this point, would have to be, it's called Beautiful Disaster, and it's by Jamie McGuide, I believe that's her name. And Beautiful Disaster is actually a series of books, and one day I was researching like what's a really good book to read, and I found it on the list, and so I started reading it a couple of summers ago, and it was right before I went into college. And just that book is just a really beautiful love story. If you're into love stories, you're going to enjoy reading it, so I do highly recommend reading that book. Do I play any sports? And I do. I haven't been playing for like a couple of weeks now, but I do play soccer. I played it in high school for those 4 years, and after I got done with high school, I always had a love for the sport. To be honest, I'm really not good at playing soccer, but I enjoy just like the sport, and I love doing exercise. Cardio would be my favorite thing, and so just the fact that soccer has a lot of cardio in it, I enjoy playing the game and everything about the game. Other than that, I'm really not good at sports. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like any other video, don't forget to leave a request down below, and also don't forget to subscribe if you want to become part of our little growing family. Don't forget to follow me on my social media as well, which will be here on the screen. Check out my content down below, and I'll see you later, alligators. Bye!
Try so hard to get away, think about you every day. Try so hard to live without, but no mas.